Jazmarie LaTour, and I'll be doing a poem here about this painting, Changing Horses, if anybody would like to join in. So this painting, really quickly, there's a lot going on, and I invite you to take a look at it after the poem is done. You'll notice a lot of people, and I'll be speaking from the perspective of the little girl near the tree. Do you see that painting? That one there? Do you see the little girl? Do you see the resemblance? That's me. And that is my daddy. Now, I've seen him round horses for folks over and over and over again. He's got a way with speaking to horses that I've never seen before, now or then. I could sit in the stable for hours, watching and counting the brush strokes while he groomed them horses. I like to think it's because them horses never made him feel like less of a person, like less of a man. They loved him through his long, hard life of slavery, even after it was said to be outlawed in the land of the North. And while I was too young and too full of wonder to really understand what life was like before the war ended, I do know that my daddy said everything is changing, but people take the longest to change. And of course, he was talking about them white folks, them do this and fetch that folks, the ones who knew that we didn't really work for them, but still knew that we really did work for them, whether they paid us in money or the decency to just let us be. In our little town, my home, we had plenty of poor white folks too. Like the woman in the doorway there, she was nice enough. She would make cookies for me to eat after feeding the chickens. And I didn't really see the difference myself when I was young, but I grew up and I learned that them being poor really didn't make much of a difference. They still tried to sip in a little more hot air, thought that they still were better than we were. But even so, it wasn't a bad place to live. I loved it. My favorite place was that big old tree there. It shaded most of us. And you can't see it, but if I could show you myself, I would show you that I carved my initials right there. And my bare feet on the grass patches felt like the first flower after the winter melted into the mountainside. Oh, it was beautiful. Still is too. Many artists come to see the trees and the town and to paint, like Mr. Henry did us here. He said he wanted to capture the life of the town. He picked a good day too. The stage came down from Albany or whatever, and they packed up and took their whole family, cousins too, somewhere for the whole season. Must be too much busyness that they had to escape from the big city. And I know it may look like I'm hiding, but I ain't had no reason to. I've seen stages come in like this one all the time, with fancy folks rushing out to stretch their legs and fling their dresses across the dirt, and maybe even have a dog sniff around looking for a pet on the head while they made their way up right there to the Mountain House Inn. But on this day, these folks were just passing through. And what was I doing? Well, I was just peeking around so I could watch the show, because I could not even begin to imagine how they could possibly pile all of them back in there before my daddy was done changing horses. Thank you. This painting is called Changing Horses by Edward Henry. I invite you all to check it out and find all the different characters I spoke about in that prose. Thank you.